Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing my November TBR. I don't know if my TBR this month is ambitious or if it's just the stack of books that makes it feel that way, because I've been reading a lot of things on audiobook or ebook, but I guess we're gonna find out together. So first, starting off with buddy reads that did not happen in October, the first of which is The Merciless Ones by Namina Forna, the follow-up to The Gilded Ones, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I gave it 4.75 or 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I haven't heard anybody talk about the second book, so I am hoping that there's no middle book syndrome and that we're going to enjoy it. The first book was a buddy read with Alana and Ashley, which was a reread for Ashley, but I don't think she's read the second one yet. In that first book, we are following our main character on the day of her ritual of purity, which is basically being cut to see which color your blood runs, and if your blood is red, you are considered pure, but if it's gold, then it's a huge problem. Obviously, our main character ends up having gold blood, and then we follow her story from there. I really loved it, and I'm really hoping that I enjoy this one too, because the third book comes out in February. Next is Furysong, which is the conclusion to the Aurelian Cycle series. This is a buddy read with Alana and Monet. We all really enjoyed the first book, Fireborn. Second book was just okay. However, I'm hoping that this is going to be a good conclusion to the trilogy. In that first book, we are following two friends, Lee and Annie, at a Dragon Rider Academy, essentially, and they are training to become First Rider, which is essentially like a bracket competition. Lee and Annie have been really close friends for a really long time because they grew up in an orphanage together. However, their past and their family history does put them at odds occasionally, and we've been following their story from there. The first book was so well done and well written, and I really didn't think that I was going to enjoy it that much because I'm typically not a YA fantasy person, which is why I'm surprised both about Fireborn and The Gilded Ones. The second book, it was okay, but it was leading up to what I think is going to be a big conclusion, so I'm really looking forward to finishing this one as well. Then the group chat is supposed to be reading Iron Flame, because most of us actually enjoyed Fourth Wing. I am curious to see how the next book goes. However, with it being a potentially 5-book series, I don't really foresee me finishing it, so I think I will give Iron Flame a try. If I ended up DNFing it, it really wouldn't be surprising. So I guess we'll just play that one by ear. Next, I believe this will be a buddy read with Robin, Bree, and Chanel. I'm not sure if anybody else is joining us on this, but we are going to read The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. I have had this book for a long time, and I am excited to read it. Dragons have been a thing this year, and I'm enjoying it. In this one, I believe our main character's family is killed, and he decides to, essentially, I think he joins the military in order to be able to avenge his family or something like that. Apparently, he has a one-track mind. It is revenge and nothing else, and I like a revenge story, so I'm hoping I enjoy this. Next, I think I am finally ready to read The Firekeeper's Daughter. I've heard really great things about this from pretty much everyone that I follow on BookTube, and I'm really excited to read it. I honestly don't remember much about what this is about. I know that it does have to deal with grief and that the author is Indigenous, so I am excited to see how I like the story and what exactly we're getting into. I'm going to do a blended read of this because I do also have the audiobook. It is available on Scribd, I think. So I am excited to read this finally, because this is another one that I have heard a lot about and that a lot of my friends enjoy. I was going to read this earlier this year, but Robin had warned me that it does deal with a lot of grief, and at the time I just wasn't in the headspace to do it, so I think I'm ready to read it now. Lastly, I'm going to read 2 books by N.K. Jemisin. I read the Broken Earth trilogy maybe in 2020. I think so. Dasha had gifted me the box set for my birthday, and so now I'm going to read The Killing Moon, which is a favorite of Dasha's. What is it about? I have no idea. I can't tell you, and I'm not sorry about it. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to read it anyway. Hopefully I like it, because it's only a duology, so I feel like it would be easy to complete. And the other book that I have by her is The City We Became. Now, I know that people either really like this one or they really don't like this one. And I know Angela liked it, but just didn't. So I'm excited to see where I fall. In this one, I believe the boroughs of New York are personified. Why? I'm not sure, but I do want to find out, and I'm very curious. And again, I hope that I like this one too, because it is just a duology, I think. I think that's right, perhaps. But I am excited to give this a try, and to see how I end up liking it, because I did enjoy the 5th season. I found it a little complicated and confusing at times, but I did enjoy it. However, my enjoyment of the series did decline a little as I continued more into the series, but overall I thought it was pretty good, and so I'm excited to read more of her work. So those are all the books that I'm planning to read in November. As always, if I manage to get through these, I may add a couple more things on, but let me know if you've read any of these or if they are on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.